Hi, and welcome to Fantasy Corner. I'm John Wolf, and this is my co-host, Casey Groff. We're back with our Week 12 waiver wire pickups of the week, and just in time for that playoff push. Want to see who we have on our waiver wire pickups? Let's get started. At quarterback, I have Brian Hoyer of the Cleveland Browns. Surprised? Don't be. Hoyer will be a stream play as the Browns play the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta this week. Last week, he put up 330 yards, a touchdown, and a pick against the Houston Texans. The Falcons have a much weaker secondary than the Texans, but this might be a desperation play at best due to Hoyer's inability to be consistent and throw the ball accurately. Let the waivers beware.
At running back, we have Jonas Gray of the New England Patriots. You can't sit there and ignore Gray's 201-yard, 4-touchdown outing against the Indianapolis Colts Sunday night. He will be the most picked up player in any format on the waivers this week, so if you have the opportunity to grab him, do so. The Patriots face a stout Detroit Lions run defense this week, so there is a risk to starting him right away. He's better off as a whole than a plug-and-play running back this week.
At wide receiver, I have Kenny Stills of the New Orleans Saints. Stills has been posting subpar numbers this year, but has some upside due to Brandon Cook's injury last week. He had 4 targets, 4 receptions, 32 yards, and a touchdown in the Saints' loss against the Bengals. We'd like to think that with Cooks out for 2 to 4 weeks, Stills will see more targets down the stretch, even if Jimmy Graham and Marcus Colston are first in line to eat from Drew Brees' hands. The Saints are tied for first in the awful NFC South, and they will look to make the playoff push on their own.
At tight end, we have Mercedes Lewis of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Is Mercedes built like a Benz? Nah, he's too injury-ridden to be a Benz, but he's back from missing all but the first 2 games this year for Jacksonville. In a league that struggles to hold a lot of good tight ends, Mercedes will be a viable pickup for a Jacksonville offense that doesn't look too bad with Blake Bortles at the helm. With Denard Robinson at running back to balance the offense, Mercedes could steal some targets from Jacksonville's rookie wide receiver core and become a safety valve that Bortles so desperately needs. Jacksonville plays in Indianapolis this week.
Did someone just ask about kickers and defense? At kicker, I've got Greg the Leg Zuerlein of the St. Louis Rams. First off, can you believe the Rams beat the Broncos last week? In last week's outing, Zuerlein kicked 5 field goals, including 2 from over 50 yards. I think he's streamable against San Diego this week. At least it's still warm there, so keep an eye out for the leg.
At defense, I've got the New York Jets. I can't believe it, but wait, I can. The Jets played surprisingly well against the Pittsburgh Steelers Week 10, forcing 4 turnovers. Their secondary is garbage, but look at that third-ranked run defense in which they held Le'Veon Bell to only 36 yards. The Jets play the Bills in Buffalo, and if you check the stadium now, it's covered in several inches of snow. Look for both teams to run the ball rather than air it out in the snow and cold. This could be a very low-scoring game.
That's all for Week 12. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at NFL_FFC, like us and comment on Facebook, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For Casey Groff, I'm John Wolf, and this is Fantasy Corner, signing off.